All right, quick rundown on the gear. This is not a complete set, but got my sneakers that I'm probably going with. They're trail runners, but they're the Terra Venture 5s, which has a steel plate, and I've just used them out west, and I like them a lot. I got my Dirty Girl Gators, blister preventers. I've got my Smith's sunglasses, clothes. I've got it broken up basically by like camp clothes and then trail clothes, plus some extra things in there. I'm actually going out to Colorado this week, so this is not taking, I'm probably going to have just one bag for the John Muir Trail, believe it or not. For Colorado, I need bathing suit. I'm visiting some family while I'm out there too, so I need a couple extra things. So it's probably just going to be one bag on the trail, but we'll see. This is not my complete electronics, but I'm going to have my electronics set up. Basically, I'm bringing 3 of these bad boys. Probably bringing this. This is a test run this week, but this is like an extended pole, so I can get some nice aerial looking shots. Some bags to keep gear in. A GoPro is going to go in there. Other camera gear, phones, chargers, all that fun stuff. We'll figure that out. Got my hiking poles. We'll go through all this stuff, but these are my camp shoes and my water crossers. They're the Tevas. Also have that Vibram sole, which is nice on the rocks. This is kind of goes in the bottom of my bag. This is a cloth to get condensation off the tent. That's nice in the morning. A rope to hang some clothes, and then I've got this flex tail to blow up my tent. Probably get rid of some of those spare parts after my shakedown this weekend. This is my cooking setup, and it's basically a quick nookie, but yeah, I got a jet boil, left the bottom in there. That's the top, and then I also have a can to put my coffee in, cook food, eat my food out of if I want to. I'm gonna eat a lot of it in bags. This is a warmer, so that I can keep, if when you heat up your food, you can keep the food in there. And yeah, the rest of the gear, the rest of the jet boil setup. This is kind of a cloth / towel keep on the back side of my bag to, use to wipe things while I'm hiking, but also to dry off after lake swims and all that. It's really absorbent and kind of nice. I like that thing. All right, what else we got? We got this is my bathroom kit. So again, it's a work in progress, but don't really dig the toilet paper, but I'm testing it out this week in Colorado. And then I also have these wipes that I'm probably going to more likely use, and then my bidet, which I'm also testing out. And then this is my pack out kit, which there's my shovel for digging my cat hole, and then that's the pack out kit for use on, hopefully I won't have to use it, but for use on Whitney and the Whitney area. There's no bathrooms, so if I do have to go, I'll have an option, that dries it out if you're not familiar with it, and makes it so you can pack it out. And then when I get to, it'll be 4 or 5 days later before I can get rid of it, but I have to carry it around with us. And I've got a dark bag in there too, so you don't have to look at it. But my hiking poles, my black diamonds. I've got some Leuco tape around this one for blisters. Hopefully it's none of those. I've got some duct tape for just multi-purpose, and I've got some backup duct tape too. But this is just great for holes, repairs, tents, even injuries. If you get a bad cut, you can seal it with this. My tent, my winter coat, my Zenbivy sleeping setup. This goes on my pad. Really like this. I did a lot of experimenting to get to a point where I was comfortable sleeping. I was not comfortable sleeping until very recently. There's my Zenbivy sleeping bag, my Tensor sleeping pad. I've got 2 pillows. I really sleep with 3 pillows, believe it or not. I need one for my head, I need one for between my legs, and I do one to kind of hold on to. But it's going to be basically that one, I think, goes for my head. This one's going to go between my legs, and then it's going to be like my clothes wrapped in something, wrapped in like my jacket will be what I kind of hold. And I kind of do that. I've been doing it for a long time to keep myself aligned. I had some back issues and stuff from playing hockey for years, and that's really, I haven't had, knock on wood, much problems lately. These are some of my my stuff that I need for you know, daily use, but not need immediate access to, so I keep it separate. Got some Motrin in there, got some eye drops in there, got some suntan lotion. I got the Body Glide, which I like to put between my legs or any place else that gets chafed. I've got some this stuff, Tiger Balm type stuff that's good for any kind of sores or rash. You get some chapstick in there as well. Oh, Blakey boy is snoring over there. Okay, and then this is my first aid kit, and again, I'll just give a quick rundown, but we've got some Leuco tape. Oh no, actually that's not Leuco tape. That's like almost like ace bandage type deal. You can wrap it around you if you get any kind of injuries. A scissor, emergency scissor, some gauze, this quick clot for any bad bleeding situations. An emergency blanket for any freezing situations. You know, it's going to be the summer, but you just never know. And then we just got the basic stuff in there. We've got some backup duct tape. We've got some like Neosporin and bacitracin and triple antibiotic ointment. We've got some antibacterial stuff in there, and then we have some anti-nausea stuff and a couple needles. I've got to add thread to that. Hopefully we won't be stitching anything up, but you never know. This is kind of going to be part of my shakedown, discovering what works here. But this is one of those, you know, water filters that hangs. And I really like the idea of this, but I've never used it. I'm going to try it this week at camp. And to me, the way I'm looking at it, I might possibly bring both. I know, you know, you kind of pack your fears. It's not really a fear. It's almost like a convenience thing. I feel like this would be really nice at camp to just kind of fill it and hang it and then let your water filter while you're doing other activities. But I like the idea of having this, you know, to drink out of and fill water as I go along in the trail as kind of my B or C water supply. And then of course, you know, I've got my water bottle that will be filled and filtered from there. And possibly another water bottle, like a, you know, a smart water bottle or something stuck in there that's also been filtered from this. I don't know, do I need this cleaning apparatus? Do people clean on the trail, or just go with what you got and, you know, hope that what you're doing, I don't know. And then a backup filter that I could throw right on a bottle if I want to. So yeah, it's probably a little bit of overkill. We'll figure that out. Let's see. Don't even know what's in this bag. Let's take a look. A little hard to do with the GoPro in hand, but we can do it. Okay, this is kind of camp gear maintenance. We've got some soap, some Dr. Bronner's magic soap. Of course, you don't want to be near water sources. Got some. This is toothpaste for this week, but that's not. I'm actually bringing the dry toothpaste for the trail. This, I just don't want to use it all up before we get to the trail. We got some wipes that are like cleaning wipes, a toothbrush, stuff like that. Let's see, what's this? That's the Dr. Bronner's. Oh, I've got a little massage thing for the feet. That's kind of nice, and I use that sometimes at home. And thought that'd be a nice item on the trail. This is my charging unit. You can only charge one thing at a time, and it's only 10 watts. It's more like an emergency backup. I've got 3 charging pads, but I'm running a lot of gear. I'm running cameras, so I just want to have a source to, you know, make sure at least I can keep my cameras running all the way through. So that's going to go on the back of my pack and hopefully charge a little bit as I'm walking, and the rest, you know, we'll see. Already in my pack, this is my one, you know, I love this new pack I got. The other, I was using HyperLite. I loved it. It was amazing, but as I put more and more gear in it, it just wasn't as comfortable. This has this nice backrest. It was really pulling on my shoulder blades. I'm a bigger guy, so I think that was part of the problem. But you can see this thing has this support system inside it, and the HyperLite was just, and you've been using this for a couple weeks now, and I do feel a big difference. So I got a little temperature gauge I keep on here. This is the one difference between the HyperLite and the Mariposa 60 is this isn't waterproof. The HyperLite is, so that's one of the advantages of the HyperLite. So I got this Probably one reason I went with it originally too, because I was just like, why deal with it? But this is an Osprey water cover that fits a lot of different bags. That's great. This is my bug netting. Hopefully bugs won't be too bad. It's been dry this year, but keep that in the back, keep that handy. These are my tent stakes, which I won't need to be handy, but it's one of the first things you do when you get to camp, and just because they're kind of bulky, I like keeping them on the outside. This is my camp chair. I know that is a big luxury, but the Helinox Chair Zero, I mean, I love it. It's super comfortable. Again, big guy, older guy. I want some comfort on the trail. I'm doing that. And then this is my water protection for rain, my rain jacket. Do we got anything else in any of these pockets? I don't think so, but let's just go with my rundown. I'm gonna throw my my mini, I think is on the charge right now. Oh no, there it is. There's my mini clips on right here. So for emergency situations, I'm not really using it to navigate, but it's a good backup and just to text the family, and for emergency situations, that'll be clipped on there. I keep a water bottle here. I'll keep my cell phone probably in here, but I'm entertaining getting a kind of a stomach fanny pack to keep all my camera gear in, but probably keep permits and stuff like that, which I have in a plastic bag, money, credit cards, whatnot, keep that in there. And then, side pockets. So side pockets, basically snacks in here for the day, or at least till, I take my siesta. And then on this side, it's just stuff I need handy access to, which is like, stuff I'll be using during the day. Aquaphor, which I like a lot. Trauma meal, which is great on meals. Blake, come on, Blake. It's just a FedEx guy. Hopefully that's my hat. That's one thing I have in that guy. Sunblock. This is also suntan that you can put on your face. My eye drops, which my eyes tend to get really dry out there. Wipes, mosquito wipes, because I prefer not to use the repellent if I can, but this you just kind of wipe on. It's not as invasive to me anyway. Some chapstick, just stuff that I need handy. And then this isn't coming with me on this trip or, even when I go out there, but these are my 3 resupply boxes, which are all done except for my lunches. So, and you can see they're pretty freaking full. So I don't know how that's going to transfer to that little bear can, which is coming with me on this trip because I am going to be eating out of it. But yeah, we've got VVR, we've got a VVR, we've got a Reds Meadow, and we've got Mount Williamson in Independence, which I'm going to be going in there for hiking over Kearsarge. So that's it, man. This is the stuff, and then I'm gonna show you how I pack it up for my Colorado trip. You're a good pup there, Blakey boy. And yeah, we'll be back.